All right. So we have here today an amazing project that we're going to, which will, um, which will be introduced to us here in Skeleton Launch. So it is a Stag token. Now, who will be the speakers for today's AMA?
So my name's Crypto Cord. Hi everyone. Thanks for having me. I'm really excited to be to be here in the Skeleton Multi-Chain Lounge. My partner, Jason, partner and co-founder Jason will be speaking, and also his wife, Plain Jane, here in the VC.
Right, so
Very, very
playing
welcome here.
are all. So, could you give us a brief introduction about the project and tell us what made you decide to launch this one?
Yeah, I've a little bit of background about myself. I've been in the BSC space a little over 5 years now. Um, Maybe close to 2 years on the developing side of things. I'm all self-educated, just contract, writing different contracts and certain things like that. I've learned a lot on my journey. Um, I've met Jason and his wife. A while back now. It's definitely been over a year, probably closer to 2 years now. Um, really good people. We really kicked it off. And the whole idea of Stag, of running this project is, we've all been down this road before where we've gotten scammed and rugged and just been a part of toxic environments and communities and different projects. But we've also been a part of the good things too, right? So Jason, this is my partner's Jason's baby here. Uh, we wanted to build a safe community, a safe project where people can come in, where future investors can have a safe space to start trading. And I'll let my partner Jason elaborate a little bit more on that.
How's it going, everybody? My name is Jason. I guess Stag was my dream. Started thinking about it in 2017, and years later met Cord, and we were able to build it. But my whole foundation for this project was, number one, it's my one and only. I don't want to open another project someday. None of that. We opened it with 100,000 coins because my goal originally was just, hey, if investors buy and hold, we have a supply shock, and their 30 cents a coin or 40 cents a coin turns into, I believe the math was $212 a coin. Basically, I wanted something that I could go out and tweet on Twitter or whatever X it's called now. Hey, this is a safe project, and know that it was a safe project. We now have a very solid floor. The people were handpicked because they were known for holding. And then we opened it up to the public, and, well, our floor is solid as solid could be, just like we had envisioned it. And as we grow, we are now, not sure how much I'm supposed to say. Actually, Cord, I'll leave that part up to you. But when it comes to what Stag is based on, we wanted it to be honest, transparent. We didn't lock our contract because we wanted it to be, as we grow, we can make changes to help us grow. We wanted our investors to be rewarded. So people that hold 500 Stag or more, they get B&B rewards. Just as a side little extra. But the real prize of it is the Stag token itself. We have 11 Last time I looked, we had about 11% left, and the supply runs out. That will cause supply shock. And of course, people will sell, so the coin never goes away. But then we just continue to cause supply shock because we'll have more and more holders that continue to hold because they see the vision. And we have lots of utilities that are coming. We already have some that are already out, but like that was all just a side thing. Like the whole thing is if people just buy and hold, we would all do amazing. And so far it's working. We have 11% left. I can ramble on forever. So Cord, go ahead and do your thing.
Yeah, I just wanted to elaborate on that. Jason had this plan. He was like, "Hey, I want to start this project and I want to make it beneficial for everybody, for all holders." And one way to go about the best way to go about doing that is to generate outside revenue resources, which we're going to talk on here later in the AMA. But instead of future investors being exit liquidity, like we have different revenue streams, outside revenue streams, real world revenue streams that will be everyone's profit. So that's how Stag was built to work. Is we're family and friends ran operation. We're completely docs. We now have an amazing audit thanks to the skeleton team here. Yeah, so
You're right about the outside revenue. I can't believe I forgot to bring that up because that was a huge part of this. Everybody knows crypto goes up and it goes down. And if you're the guy that bought when it was up, sucks because then you watch your money go away. With our outside revenue that comes into the chart, that helps eliminate a lot of the feeling of, man, I just lost everything I put in there. That sucks. Like I've had that feeling before in other projects. So this project was designed to curve that from being an issue. It was granted I couldn't have done it by myself, but when it was all finally put together and I see how it all runs, I'm like, why hasn't anybody done this? I'm
and
excited for everybody that
also
holds it.
Jason and myself, we're family guys. We live paycheck to paycheck. We're both from the USA. Um, both have families. I myself have 7 children. Um, we started Stag with a 0.5 BNB in liquidity. Our taxes is what runs the project at this point, until we get a more automated revenue stream from our outside revenue sources. But yeah, I just wanted to mention that we're honest, very modest guys here, guys and gals, and yeah, the entire idea, going back to the basics, was to create a safe space, a safe project, and I think we have established that now. Now it's on to bigger and better things like utility expansion. So I would love to hear more questions from the skeleton team. So I'll stop rambling there.
All right, I just have one question right here. You guys said the contract wasn't renounced because you wanted to do more development, and as you grow, you want to make some changes in it. Now, in this space, it's actually really hard to trust anyone, right? So, just my question is, do you plan to take any safety precaution procedures like having a KYC soon?
Yes, KYC is our very next step here in the whole transparency part, safety part of the project. KYC is definitely our next step. I plan to be KYC for Stag Also Jason. Again, we're we live very modestly. KYCs cost money. Um, so yeah, that's the very next step. You know, the one of the reasons why the contract is renounced, and I remember talking to the community about this when the audit was released, because as you can see in the audit there, the um, the things that we were quote unquote deemed for was the certain functions, the whitelist function, the tax function. Um, these are very useful functions. For example, the tax function, we now have an 8% buy and a 10% sale tax. That will be the highest our taxes will ever get. And over time, as the token becomes more stable, we can lower taxes. You know, we won't need as much for marketing. Um, so we could start lowering that down a bit once liquidity is extremely, you know, strong, and there's a good liquidity to market cap ratio. Um, Maybe we could, you know, lower the tax on the liquidity. So we just wanted those options available to us as we are in our infancy. We're about 6 weeks old as a project. Um, so yeah, we didn't want to have our hands tied about, you know, renouncing contracts. I see projects out there that renounce the second they're launched, and it's kind of like, I get it. You know, you want to you want to put out that you're safe, right? You know, but over time, you know, there's a lot of community members in this VC right now, Stag community members, and every one of them will will tell you that we're the safest project. Like, it doesn't get more safe than this.
Actually, that function, that your taxes can change more than 10% is really nice, and nice to put up that. Now, you guys said that you have some outside revenue stream. Could you specifically tell us that?
Yes. Good question. I love that you asked that, because I think that this is the outside revenue streams is the bread and butter of the project, because the goal here is not to have future investors be exit liquidity for the early guys, right? So one thing that we've done to create an outside revenue stream is we sell merchandise. As of right now, we sell T-shirts, Stag token T-shirts, through our website. If you go to our website on the home page, you will see a Shop Now button that'll take you to the merchandise store. Um, all all profits from the merchandise store goes back to the project. 50% of the profits are direct buys for Stag on the chart. And the other 50% will be used for future utility development, marketing, and so forth. Um, that's just one way to create outside revenue. Another way is we just partnered with a project called Bit Fighters, where you can earn Bitcoin uh, through their game 1v1, and how you train your guys or get more stamina to compete again to earn more Bitcoin is you have to hydrate your guys using these drinks. And one drink that is now available as of an hour ago is Stag. And 50% of all profits goes to buys on the Stag chart. Um, I think that's a very creative, neat way to create buy volume while the investors are sleeping, right? Um, what am I missing? Things now that we have.
NFTs. We have Stag buys NFTs that pay rewards. So that way we can take those rewards and put into our chart. We only have
Yes,
one
there's
right now, but I plan on us continuing to buy high rewarded NFTs just so we have that outside another outside revenue to benefit.
And
So
those are just
several.
some things that are live at the moment. We do have some future plans, some things that are not quite ready to be announced yet. A lot of the core members of the community, they have an idea of what I'm talking about. You guys, please join the Stag community. We have the best guys and girls over there that just super friendly. We're definitely a family. Ask questions, check the pinned messages, join the daily VCs. Um, but yeah, we have a lot more to come, and it's all about outside revenue streams, buys hitting the chart.
I
To
feel like
yeah,
we're forgetting something. We should have Plain Jane pipe in and see if the women's mind works different than ours. That's the beauty of having her. Hey, Plain Jane, is there anything we're forgetting?
Well, you guys didn't mention your DeFi card. Now,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
not going to be explaining that because I'm still trying to learn it.
so everyone, Plain Jane is Jason's wife. Like I said, Stag is a family and friend ran project. We do have where you can we've partnered with a project called DeFi Pals where they offer an online debit card where you can sell certain cryptos. I think all cryptos use as fiat online. You go to Amazon and shop, Walmart, whatever the case may be. So yes, please check that out. Type card into our website. That's the filter we use, and all the information will be available to you. Thanks, Plain Jane.
And for people that are new to crypto, if you've ever tried to get money out of crypto, it can be challenging, especially if you're new. This card makes it to where there's no KYC nonsense required. Like it eliminates all the complicated stuff. And that was the real reason we picked a particular project to partner with.
I've heard of that project before, wherein you can buy crypto coins. What did you say, Jason? The name of that? DeFi Pulse.
Yes, it
That's
eliminates all KYC nonsense. It's just you trade your crypto and it gives you money to spend. No dealing with transferring monies from banks to none of that. It just here's my crypto. I want to go buy something in real life, and they switch it over to cash card for you.
It's we thought that was a very important utility because I've always felt that as developers, as project owners and leaders, we have a responsibility to educate um, the new crypto investor to make crypto more accessible um, to the layman's, and this is one way to bridge that gap.
Something funny though, this is how stable our floor is. Like nobody uses the card. Everybody wants to hold their stag. It's funny. It was meant to make life easier on the new into crypto though. That way they didn't feel like they had their money locked away and how do I get it out? How do I get it out? I've known several people that have tried to get money out of crypto and have been basically banging their head against the wall when it trying to get to their actual bank. So that was the literal first utility we brought into our project, just so right from the start, hey, you know what? You're not happy. You want to sell? This is the easy way you can do it. We get nothing out of it. It does not benefit Stag in any way, shape, or form. It was solely for the purpose of making it easier for our investors.
making making life easier than it should be. Guys, do you have any any anything you want to share about any upcoming news or anything before we move on to the community questions?
Yeah, I don't know if it's okay if I could share a link to the Bit Fighters game where you
Okay.
stag
Yeah.
to train your player and earn Bitcoin. Um, Everyone who's been in crypto here for a while, we all understand that there is a bull run coming, right? So, and Bitcoin is the grandfather of them all, and so yeah, to kind of fatten your bag a little bit, that's and use your stag as well. Like that's it's a very cool way um to do that. Also, future plans. We have a huge utility that will be that's currently in the making, in the development, and that's the purchase of hunting land. Hunting here is pretty big in the U.S. um our token is called Stag, and we would like, and there's a lot of community members out there who likes to hunt, or it would just be a property for stag holders to share and to enjoy, and something real world that everyone could be a part of.
Actually, also thinking that since the name is Tag and it is related to hunting, maybe in the near future you could add other things to sell that is about hunting instead of just a shirt.
Yep. Yeah, the merchandise store is brand new. Absolutely brand new. 3 days old. We have hunting gear that will be released soon. Also, we are looking at partnerships with hunting companies, apparel companies, and different types of hunting companies out there. So yes, you're absolutely right. Um, and we're here to you. Yeah.
We also have another partnership coming on Monday.
Yeah. So watch out for that. Again, join the
Yep.
Stag community.
Yep.
So sounds interesting, really. Your floor is really beautiful right now, and partnership coming sounds really bullish. Maybe we're gonna see a Giga candle coming very soon.
I have a feeling you're right. Um, Another thing to note is we went like if you look at our contract, it says we're older than we are because we wanted to make sure everything went smoothly. We put our contract out, and then 2 weeks later we went live. We actually went live on October 16th. We have been nonstop, like Cord was saying. We just released the store. We doing all these partnerships. We're making utility accessible. That it's just happening so fast. Holy cow! I can't even keep track of everything. Sometimes I have to like write it all down. It Stag is growing fast. Recommend people take a look at it because supply shock. We're less than 11% away from a supply shock, and that's going to change people's lives dramatically.
So I guess we move on now to the community questions. I actually sent a group wherein people can ask questions about Stag here in in the group chat. So maybe I'll choose one and you guys choose one of each as well. Right? So maybe you start the chord. So go to that group and choose.
Okay. I'm looking if anyone else finds a good question quicker than me.
Or Jason, or anyone who finds a good question first.
Well, I've seen people holding their hands up wanting to speak. I'm not seeing any questions in the chat itself yet.
You have to join it, honey.
I thought I was. Skeleton multi-lounge.
I do want to address, there's a lot of questions about the roadmap. We have a rough draft of a roadmap, but we are in the process of revising that due to the fact that we have changed some of our plans around.
And also to elaborate on that as well, white paper should be released within a day or two as well, to be coupled with that. Okay, so we have a question from Pablo. Does Stag have any deflation or destruction mechanism? Do you have a plan to burn the Stag tokens? Very good question, Pablo. I appreciate that. So currently there's 1% of the supply burned. 1% burned. And we're currently in discussions about how much Stag to burn and how fast, because of the revenue streams that we're connecting to the Stag token. We do plan to have one of those services be used to burn Stag. So yes, that is coming. We plan on doing that. But also we have, I didn't mention, but we're also building a game of our own, a play to earn game. Still in development, so I don't want to elaborate too much on that. But there will be Stag rewards involved in that, as well as B&B rewards, et cetera, et cetera. So in order to fill certain reward pools, some Stag will be stockpiled for that reason. So yeah, we're still in discussion about how much to burn, how fast. But yeah, very good question, Pablo. I hope I answered that okay for you.
I see a question from Ruth. Says, if 50% of the outside revenue goes to chart, how is the remaining 50% distributed? That goes to marketing, developing new utilities. Well, I guess, Cord, you let the cat out of the bag, so I'm taking that as about. We're buying property for hunting. That other 50% that doesn't go directly into the chart is going to go for helping purchase our utilities and land and that sort of stuff. So it all stays inside of Stag. Like it's all being put back into Stag in one way or another. It's not going in anybody's pocket. None of the team is paid. Nobody gets paid on this. This is all, matter of fact, I've invested pretty much everything I have into this project because I believe in it. But yeah, it's 100% of the profits go back into Stag. I hope I answered that clearly. Great question.
All right, so I'm not gonna choose from the questions there because I see that there are some people who are raising their hands. So I'm going to allow the first one. It's going to be Rebellion. So you are unmuted. Ask your question. Rebellion, are you there?
Hello.
Hi, Rebellion.
Enjoy, bro. What are you doing?
We're doing great. You have a question for us?
Yes.
So question, Rebellion.
Listing on the right exchange, especially major exchange, helps to increase the token price, and it's all from a marketing. So we can buy the token, and what plans do you have for listing on major exchange? Decks unchecked.
Okay, I didn't catch all of that.
Did I understand? It's something to do with exchanges, I think. That's
Was
pretty
that
much
your
all.
question, Rebellion? Are we planning on getting listed on any exchanges?
Yes, listing are exchanged. Decks are checked.
I don't understand.
Wait, hey man, could you check your microphone or go to a more quiet space so that we could hear you better?
While he's doing that, I'm getting messages in my DM about the hunting property. Cord, would you like to explain a little more on that?
On the exchanges?
No, on the hunting properties. Like my DMs are filling up with questions about the hunting property.
Okay, yeah. So the hunting property will be used as a um let's just say like a timeshare for stag holders, right? Um where you can schedule a time for yourself, your friends, your family, to come out and use the land for hunting and also other outdoor recreational activities.
And no worries, everything's scheduled. So your family's not going to be having a picnic the same day somebody's hunting.
Yeah, and also the property for open time slots that would be left open, that are stag token holders are not using, um those time slots will be rented out um to anyone, and 100% of the profits go back into the project.
Right.
Thank you.
So that's actually really good. What I really like about Stag is like it's applying it into real life. So those outside revenue streams is really a mind blowing.
Thank you. I think that's really important as well. I when Jason told me, he told me, he said, I want everyone invested in Stag to make a profit. Everyone. And first thing that come to mind was outside revenue streams. Like we need to have buys coming on the chart while all of our holders are asleep, per se. Right. Um yeah, so I think it's going to be very healthy for the project. Absolutely.
So I'm going to unmute again another one who is raising their hand. So here, 120W, you are allowed to speak. Hey man, 120W.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hello, guys.
Yes.
Hi,
Thank you.
120W.
Yes. Okay. My question is, can I order merchandise from different countries?
Yes,
Yes.
absolutely. Worldwide.
Really? Really?
Yes, sir.
Awesome.
So whether you're in Asia, Africa, any continent except for Antarctica, obviously.
All right. So is that your only question, man?
Okay. Wait.
120W, we have t-shirts available right now. Hats will be coming next. We have coffee mugs that will be coming next. The hunting apparel, hunting accessories will be following. So yeah, keep check that store often because there will be more and more merchandise added to it. Very good
So
question.
last question, sir. Can I design and shape the image on the shirt?
What was that? One more time.
Okay. Can I design and shape the image on the sheet?
As of right now, we have one image. There will be more designs coming out when other merchandise, like we will have long sleeve shirts, sweatsuits, sweatshirts, hoodies, jackets, and we would, and then more designs will be added as well. But I do like the idea of you being able to go in and customize your own gear. So thank you for that, 120W.
Awesome,
Very
awesome.
good
Thank you.
question. Yeah,
Thank you
you're
very
welcome.
much.
On a side note, say you're not into hunting and you're like, yeah, I don't really, that doesn't interest me. Stag has so many competitions that go on. Like it's a weekly thing, sometimes 2 and 3 a week. So if you're just looking for excitement, that's a reason to also check us out. You don't have to be a hunter to be part of Stag. There's lots of ways to win, and we're not like a lot of the projects are, oh, you got to do the biggest buy to win. We do have competitions like that, but we also have ones that for the people that live in countries doing quite as good as the U.S., they don't have to spend any money to win. So definitely worth checking out, even if you're not a hunter.
Let's move on to the next one. So I see this man, young official Army Khoi Nation, has been here from the start and been raising his hands since. So I'm going to unmute him. Hey man, you are allowed to speak.
Okay, thank you very much. Can you hear me?
Yeah, loud and
Sure.
clear.
Okay, my question. How do you plan to facilitate for all participants in the STEM ecosystem, like developer, holder, liquidity provider, to ensure they thrive? And how do STAG ensure liquidity and stability on the platform? What strategies are implemented to prevent sudden price fluctuation? Thank you.
So I think the first part of that question was how to keep the floor growing, right? I think we've you check out our chart and do a floor trend line. You find that it is extremely strong. Again, outside revenue, um, the merchandise store, the games, the land, everything else that I am missing. Um, it will be a percentage of all of that will go to buys on the chart, where some of it will be stockpiled for future reward system, and the other tokens probably will be burned. And that will ensure that there will be a continued rising floor. And the second part of the question, can you elaborate on that, please?
Okay, a second question. How do you stack ensure liquidity and stability on the platform?
How do we
Strategies are
ensure
implemented.
stability on the platform?
Yes.
Yep. Again, all it comes from the outside revenue. It's about bridging the gap between crypto and the real world. Um, having having a money flow inside of Stag that are not future investors, right? So you come, say you buy tokens right now, like we have mechanisms and outside revenue streams in place to ensure that it does not drop below a certain MC.
Okay, thank you. And then thank you for the opportunity, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, young official. Appreciate the question.
Let's have another one. Now, LJ, you are allowed to speak. Hey, LJ, are you still there? Hey, let's have another one. Because it seems like LJ isn't there anymore. Now, Crypto Legend.
Can you hear me?
Hi, Crypto
Hi.
Legend.
Hello, how are you?
We're doing great.
Are you there?
Got a
Oh,
got a
that's good.
good question for us.
Yeah, my question is about your card. Is it only virtual or there will be available physical cards too in the future?
I didn't catch that.
I didn't either.
About your crypto card, are
The
they only
crypto card.
virtual? Yes. Are they only
What about?
virtual cards or there will be
Yes, right.
physical cards too?
Yes, they are. The project that we partner with, they do only offer virtual cards at this time. Um, we've gotten so many questions about physical cards that is currently being looked into, and definitely a possibility for the near future. But at this moment, the cards are strictly virtual.
So it's great to know that in the future you might be able to use the physical card. That's nice. Thank you.
You're welcome, Crypto Legend. Thanks.
All right. So I see no one else is raising their hands in here. All right. So actually, so that's it for question and answers part. Now, all I just want to say is that Stag is really amazing, just like what you have said, bridging the gap between real life and crypto, which is amazing. Now, of course, you still have a lot of things to do. You still have a lot of planning to do on how you will proceed in the future. But with hard work and determination, of course, anything is possible. So, Stag, I'm looking forward and seeing a bright future for this project.
Thank you. Thank you for that.
Okay, it's
Yes,
me.
we will be here working every single day.
That's a fact.
Okay, hello guys. So sorry I was not here at the AMA. I was just listening, but everything what I heard was quite interesting. I hope you guys gonna successful in your project and all your plans coming through because there was also some hard plans. So I really hope the full team you have will manage to launch all the utilities and to have success. I personally have some work together with CryptoCord, so it's not the first project I'm seeing CryptoCord, and until now all the project did well, which CryptoCord introduced me. So I'm positive regarding your project, and I'm looking forward to hear a lot about your project in the future as well, guys. Thank you for
Thank you,
coming.
Skeleton Dev. I really appreciate the kind words. You've always been a great guy. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much for everything you've done for me. Yes, thank you.
Thank you as well. Okay, I'm out now because my son is asking for me. So thank you for coming and wish you good luck in the future as well.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Right, not bad. We had 38 participants max, so we are not actually those kinds of AMA Lounge which bots their viewers. So it's better to have um, like a few people who actually listens rather than having 100, 200 video chat participants but not but you know what I mean. And people who are not really listening and who are just up for the giveaway, right?
I agree 100% with that. Stag Token had the chance to be botted when we first launched. They were going to put 2,000, they called them real people, but they didn't talk. They weren't active. We refused it, and we wanted to grow organically. So we have, I don't know, 580-ish members, but they're all legit members.
Yeah, every day we get in there and we remove all the deleted accounts, accounts that we know are bots and not real. And yeah, it's very important. Slow and organic growth. There's no better way to go about doing it. Inflated numbers, they're just that, does nothing.
Yeah. So do you have any closing remarks, guys?
I First of all, thank you. Thank you for having us here. This was this awesome experience. I was honored to be a part of the AMA in such the early stages of skeleton AMAs. Look forward to joining and listening to many more. Um, Everyone, please join the Stag community. Feel free to ask the community, Jason, Plain Jane, and I, any questions you may have. We're always available. We always answer back. Um, we love to hear ideas. We take the ideas of our community members extremely serious. Yeah, so everyone's welcome. You're all family. Come join Stag. And I'm feeling generous, so I think I'm gonna give some money away. So be tuned for that. Come to the Stag community. Let's make some money today, guys. Thanks for having us.
All right. So I'm also going to forward the recording of this AMA session to both of you, Jason and Cord. So you can upload it in your Telegram group.
Are we allowed to
Thank
post
you.
our Telegram link in the Skeleton Bot room?
Yeah.
Okay,
Actually, you are allowed. Yeah.
perfect.